Alright guys, the next part we're going to work on in Unit 7 is multiplying rational expressions. And again, we talked about rational expressions just basically being like fractions, right? And so the rules when they come to multiplying rational expressions work just like fractions. You're going to multiply the numerators together and you're going to multiply the denominators together. And when you can, you're going to cross cancel. That's going to make it a whole lot simpler on you. But the main difference, and because you're not really used to doing it this way, is you're going to factor first. And even when you do fractions, so like you see here, you have 36 over 100 times 40 over 9, right? Okay, well in your notes on page 3, it kind of breaks it out into all these different sections. And I'm going to do that too, but I'm not going to flip things around like they do using the commutative property. I'm just going to break them out. So let's break these down for a second. So 36 becomes 4 times 9, and 100 becomes 10 times 10, right? And then we're times 40 is 4 times 10, and 9. We'll just leave that as 9 because we have a factor of 9. Okay, and now that my 9 looks decent, now we can cross cancel. So you look for any factors that you can cross cancel. So I know I can cancel the 9 and the 9, and I know I can cancel the 10 and the 10. Right? And then I can also cancel the 4 and the 10. So the 4 and the 10 can be reduced by 2. So this becomes 2 and this becomes 5, right? And so now what do I end up with? 2 times 4 on top and 5 on the bottom. So it's 8 over 5. Okay, it's just that simple. Now here's the deal. When you're talking about multiplying rational expressions, okay, it's the same thing. You're going to break down any factors that you can. Whoops, that's not 8 plus 2, that's 8 plus 3. 8 plus 3. Okay, and then you're going to reduce if you possibly can. Now in this case we can't. So what you do is you just multiply them together. So instead we're going to do a minus 2 and a plus 2, and then 3 times a plus 3. Okay, and we're just going to leave it like that. Okay, you don't actually need to multiply them together. This would be a great time for you to look for anything that could cancel as well, but that's just, you're going to leave it just like that. Okay? Alright, so there's your steps. Your steps are at the bottom of page 3 of your notes. First thing you're going to do, you're going to completely factor if you can. Okay, factor everything down. Then you're going to look for cross-canceling. Cancel out anything you possibly can cancel. Then you're going to rewrite them as multiplication. So put them back together just like we did right here. Okay, and then finally anything you may have missed, go ahead and cancel it right then. And that's it. You just leave it in that form. Okay. So let's take a look at our first example. So we have negative 2 over 2y plus 6 times 3 times y minus 5. 3 over y minus 5. Okay, so we have negative 2 over 2y plus 6. So let's break down that 2y plus 6. So we got negative 2 over 2 times y plus 3 and times 3 over y minus 5. Okay, and our 2 and our negative 2 can reduce. So we're left with, we have negative 1 times 3. That'll give us negative 3 on top. And then on bottom we have y plus 3 times y minus 5. And that's it, you're done. Okay, just that simple. Alright, factor it out, cancel anything you can, and then multiply them across. Basically just put them as a multiplication problem, don't even multiply it out. Okay, that's as simple as it gets. Okay, the next part is multiplying and some try these. So give those 3 problems a try this, and come back when you're done. Okay, so the first try this. We have 4a to the 4th over 3 times 6 over 5a squared. Okay, so we know that our 3 and our 6 can cancel. They become 1 and 2. And then look, we have a to the 4th and a squared. So these two a's down here will cancel out 2 of those up there. Okay, and so if you hopefully remember back to dividing with variables and exponents, and all you have to do is subtract, right? Okay, so what are we left with? We have 4a squared times 2. Let me rewrite this, it got a little messy. Times 2 all over, and then this is 1, that's 1, so we got 5 on the bottom. So we end up with 8a squared over 5. Hopefully that's what you got. Okay, and this one, pretty simple. Okay, we just have 5's that cancel. So what are we left with? We have x plus 3 times x plus 2 all over x plus 4. That's it. Done. Okay, don't make it harder than it has to be. And then we have the last one. So let's see, we need to do some factoring here. So we got negative 3 over 2 times 2m plus 1 times 4 over 2m minus 1. Okay, and then these cancel, you get 1 and 2. And so we are left with negative 6 over 2m plus 1, 2m minus 1. There you go. And hopefully you notice those are a difference of 2 squares. Okay, just so you know. All right, I mean, that's it. That's all there really is to it. Okay. Give those a shot. I'm sure they're going to get a little bit harder on your worksheets, but you know the idea. You just factor first, and then cross cancel, and then if you can, cancel some more. That's it. All right.